Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to our February 2015 Health eWorkforce Consortium Student Support Staff meeting. I want to introduce Andy Brucia, who is going to introduce us to a really cool tool he's created called the Employer Military Skills Translator.
Hi, this is Andy. I'm the prior learning guy on this grant. First off, are people able to see the screen right now? Please send a chat or say yes if you are and no if you're not. Okay, good. As long as a few people can see it, I'll go ahead and go through it. So this is called Employer's Military Skill Locator here. That's what we're looking at. What this is I was working on a task with finding a crosswalk between the skills that we need in health IT and military occupations. So let's go over a quick view occupations then. So what I did is I gathered a list of keywords from the different program managers and other people over there on the left side. And what I did was found military jobs that have these somewhat matching or closely matching. I did the best I could to find those. So Roger, if you want to click on like computer network and database. So what this will allow you to do is it'll show different military occupations that match in keywords. And if you choose several, you'll get fewer because less would match all multiple keywords. But anyway, you'll see the list of occupations that match these. This can be valuable for you guys if you're recruiting veterans to your programs, and these people might have the skills and experience you're looking for in your program. But it's probably more valuable to employers who are looking to recruit veterans. Most employers really don't know what the jobs are in the military, what the MOSs mean and stuff like that. But if you could allow them to select the keywords there on the left and identify which military occupations match, then they might be able to see the experience and understand what that is. So Roger, if you want to click on, like, let's say the Health Services Maintenance Technician up top there. This is a ACENET report. ACENET is the American Council on Education, and they are the ones, if you see veterans at your school and they have a joint service transcript, this is built out of the same ACENET data that's listed here. And this ACENET report will talk about what what is learned for these different types of occupations. This is a fairly short one, but it talks about what is learned as a health service maintenance technician. And where it progresses to from here, and it talks a little bit about what that person learns. And then at the bottom, you'll see credit recommendations, and this is how colleges receive credit recommendations from ACE, so a veteran can receive credit for his training. So that's what's in these reports. Roger, if you could bring up that other document I showed you. So this is an occupation report I've created for some of the occupations up on this tool, and this is for a different occupation, a microwave systems operator maintainer. And if you scroll down through it, you'll see some of the details. There's occupation details. As we go through it here, you'll see details about the instruction, how long the training was for this particular basic training on this particular training. And then the training matching civilian occupations. I put together like there's different areas of these reports that include things like supervision topics, communication topics, down at the bottom there, Roger, and down to the next page. And networking fundamentals, routing and routing protocols. These are all details that I think employers would find valuable, and you guys might find valuable in recruiting veterans who have knowledge and training for your programs that you're looking to fill. So that's what these reports, there's going to be reports on many of the occupations up on the tool listed back on the main page. I'm just getting those done now, so they're not up there yet. But anyway, this is generally a tool that employers can use to identify which military occupations match their needs, and for you guys to use if you are recruiting veterans for your programs. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Or type them in or
I'm going to open the
speak them
chat
up.
box.
Okay, well that's it. If you guys do have any questions or you have you want to use it, we'll send you the link, or if you don't already have it, we'll make sure you get the link. And if you have any questions about, feel free to contact me directly. I'm here Mondays and Wednesdays, but I'll always respond to emails as well. That's about it. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Andy. It's very exciting. Okay, so next we have a TED Talk. I was hoping to have Michael Reese here this month, but he wasn't able to make it until next month. So we have a TED Talk called The Power of Powerless Communication by Adam Grant. And we're going to all go offline, and hopefully you all have the link there that you can watch this TED Talk on your own computer. And then we'll come back online in 20 minutes and continue our meeting. Any questions or comments before we go offline? Check that. type this too. Okay, we are back in Bellevue. Could you each just let us know when you're back? We'll wait a few minutes for everybody to finish up.
John Berger.
Okay, thanks, John. Trisha. Hopefully we didn't lose everyone else in the process. Oh. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Monica. I think we may have lost Erica. There she is. Good. And what about Chantel? And Brandy. Hi, Brandy. How about Chantel? Chantel, are you there yet? We'll wait just another minute to see if Chantel comes back on. Okay, we can go ahead. She can join us when she gets back. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video. And now I'd love to give you the joy of talking by asking if any of you took anything away from that. And if you'd please share that with the rest of us.
This is Trisha.
Hi, Trisha.
Hi. I really enjoyed the TED Talk, and I think it's something that's really important, especially as we're working with students, and really reflecting on our communication styles, because I've found that in my past coaching experience and also coaching now and working with students that being humble and the active listening part has really, really helped to build that trust and connection with them. And that's what's helped me to create the long-term relationships with them and supporting them to succeed. So I just appreciated the way that he highlighted those points of how important listening is, how important question asking is, and I think that's incredibly relevant as we work with our students and also our colleagues at our institutions.
Yeah, great points. Thank you. It looks like Brandy typed in the chat box, I recognize the joy of talking. A military spouse shared today that she talked so much at our ladies' lunch yesterday that she felt like she rambled on because she doesn't have too many others here that she knows, and it felt nice to talk. Thanks, Brandy. And then Monica said the importance of asking questions and not just giving answers is what stuck with her. I thought it was the part that was interesting to me was the part about advice seeking and how people love when you come to them and ask for their advice. And I thought that's kind of an interesting thought to apply to connecting with employers. And Brandy said it really helps you clarify, or I love the asking questions part, it really helps you clarify where that person is coming from. Absolutely. Sam, did you have anything?
Sure. I thought the flashlight example was interesting, that in a group setting or maybe in a meeting that you could come off more forceful if you say, here's what I think. versus if you frame it, oh, well, what about the flashlight? Even though secretly you're like, yeah, flashlight. I thought that was just interesting the way you frame it in more of a mindful manner.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did anyone else have anything here? Oh, okay. Looks like Monica said, it was the first time I had heard someone say it was okay to acknowledge your weaknesses in the workplace. Interesting. And Monica said, I agree, and I find that to be a great strength. Okay, great discussion, you guys. I think we'll move on to our next part, which is sharing challenges and best practices. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share today? I know that Bellingham's doing some cool stuff with employer engagement. Monica, would you like to say anything about that? Okay, she says, yes, my challenge this week is how to encourage, convince local employers to participate in our job fair. Would you like to share any more about what you're already doing on that front? And then we can ask if others have ideas they'd like to share. Okay, let me ask this question. Has anyone else online invited employers to a job fair? And if so, what was that experience like?
We're having a job fair on the 5th. John Brewer.
Okay.
Our first round, we usually get 20 to 25 people who come over to the medical education campus and set up and do. We were really short. So what we did is we went to 2 other job fairs and talked to the people that were there and invited them, and they were delighted to come over. And it put us back on track in terms of the numbers. So we went out looking for, prospective employers to come over to the job fair. Now we've got a really decent list, including some large and small companies and small organizations, and that'll make the fair a lot more effective. And now we're publicizing the heck out of it to the students to make sure they know that it's available to them. So, if first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah, what a great idea. So you actually went to the other job fairs and then either invited the employers that were there, or did you give them some kind of handout to invite them to the job fair?
We took their cards, and we cooperated with Student Services, and we contacted them and they came. And we've got 7 to 10 additional that we didn't have before. And they were delighted because of the size of NOVA is a very large organization, so they got a chance to get inside NOVA, which is something they really wanted. Plus, we picked up a couple of really good ones, so that's very positive.
Okay, wonderful.
So the students have a good array of potential employers to talk to, and we're getting a lot of calls to upgrade resumes and do those kind of things. So we're working feverishly to make sure that the students' resumes are presentable from their perspective. And we're
Great.
also practicing the elevator pitch with them as well.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a great thing to do before job fairs.
This is Tricia with Clark College.
Hi, Tricia.
Hi. I agree. I did that same thing. I went to another job fair in the area, connected with employers, and told them about our job fair because we have we call it Career Days coming up in April, and it's actually going to be a couple of days for a job fair. But anyways, we're looking to increase the employer engagement, and that was one way, just by me going to the job fair and meeting with some of the employers there and talking about what we're doing and how they can connect with our students, and inviting them there. It helps. So now we have some new employers and also some re-engaged employers that hadn't officially signed up, but I found that to be incredibly helpful. And also, too, some of the challenges that we've had with getting employers to participate is the fact that maybe they don't have any current openings, but we've taken that as like a conversational point and discussion as to this is their opportunity to build connections with students. Even if they don't have any current opportunities, that could change immediately, or that could take a while, but the idea is to engage with students and also get students the opportunity to engage with them, and it's really a marketing and branding, opportunity for them as well.
Yes. Great, thank you. Let's see, we have a couple messages in the chat box. So Melissa Mack from SPR has joined the call. And we have a message from Natalie. She says, we have a job fair coming up in the spring for the health-focused fair. We work really closely with employers who also accept our students into their internship sites. And while we know that a lot of our employers are getting pretty saturated, we assure them that it's okay if they don't have any jobs open at the moment, that the students will benefit from just talking with them. Great. And Brandy said, just an idea for Monica, I'm assuming. Maybe you can invite them as speakers of mini workshops and give them the opportunity for the joy of talking as a professional rather than just staffing a table. Great idea. And Brandy also said, I have been to career fairs with speakers and I enjoyed it much more than just visiting tables. Yeah, absolutely. I've also been to job fairs where they have mini workshops on different topics led by the employers, and I think that always seems to work really well. Okay, does anyone else have any challenges or best practices they'd like to share? Okay, then we'll move on to our round of commitments. So I'd just like to ask each person to please type in the chat box something you're committed to doing in the next month that you think will have the greatest impact on meeting the grant goals. And since Jen can't chat type in the box, feel free to speak up.
No?
Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to be implementing a new tool for as far as student services go called VoiceThread, and it is kind of a plug-in into our online courses, our campus courses, of kind of a way to put videos and documents and have active feedback from students all in one spot and kind of import it into the campus courses. So we're going to be doing this on success topics. And I feel this is really going to add to our objective of broadening our student services to students.
Great, that sounds fantastic. So I'd love to hear more later about how it goes. Okay, let's see what we have here. So Erica says her commitment is to create mock interviewing workshops. And Chantel typed in, students are almost near to graduating. Our goal at RTC is to help with job search and also continuing education. And Erica said, and opportunities for students to practice mock interviewing. solidifying relationships with employers as well. Those are all great goals. Who am I missing? Okay, and Tricia says to increase outreach to recent graduates and support them in the job search process and obtaining employment. Also focus on preparing students who are completing the nursing program in a few weeks and support them with job search preparation. Great. And Brandy said, I have so many. Making sure I get all graduation applications processed and back from our evaluations department. I am also encouraging all students to attend our graduation ceremony. Great. Is there anyone else? Oh, and Brandy added, we are also working with Workforce Central for support in mock interviews, resume review, and internship job placement workshops. Excellent. And Natalie added, we're focusing on finishing first rounds of everyone's resumes. And additionally, we're working on a marketing blast towards working health professionals that might benefit from completing an HIT-focused certificate. Great. Okay, does anyone have anything else they'd like to share or bring up or discuss? Okay, well, thanks everyone for participating today. I really enjoyed the discussion. And our next meeting, we will have Michael Reese from Bellevue College talk to us and give us some tips for connecting with employers to develop internships and job opportunities for students. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Hope you all have a great week, and we'll talk to you next month.
Thanks, Pam.
Thank you.